Many people who are less familiar with the communication industry tend to mix up with the role and responsibilities within different professionals like those of public relations, journalism, digital communications, etc. I am going to talk about PR and journalism and the new trends in digital communication. Sure, each position requires extensive writing skills as well as being able to interview subjects and intake large amounts of information, but the objectives of a PR practitioner are very different than those of a journalist. Public relations. A PR practitioner's responsibility is not to only inform the public, but also change the public's attitudes and behaviors to benefit a certain organization or cause. Since PR practitioners have a more precise message to convey, their audience is carefully selected and segments are optimal public relation. Even though they have a similar audience, PR practitioners have more medium than journalists to communicate their messages, including newspapers, magazines, radio, television and social media. Whereas journalism, a journalist is responsible for getting and selecting information with primary purpose of educating the public with news. This news is not meant to sway the public opinion in a certain direction. Because of this, journalists write for a mass audience and publish their work through only one medium depending on where they work. Public relation and journalism are inextricably linked, yet in the digital age that connections needs to further evolve. In the age of the internet, traditional media organizations are struggling to adapt and find business models that work. The fact of this struggle is clear to see. The number of reporting jobs are shrinking. Now, the new era, communication has been of the deepest needs of the human race throughout recorded history. It is essential for forming social unions, to educating the young and expressing human emotions and needs. Good communication is central to a civilized society. Remember, to be successful in the modern era, you not only need to focus on your customers, but also follow the trends in communication. In digital communication, digital marketing with you is a very crucial element of the business. It helps you make interactions with your target audience and ensure result driven communications. The digital marketing landscape has been disrupted so much that what was effective just a few years ago is now an old hat. Posting content to social media was once all you need to grow a following. Today, customer interactions come at a premium. If you are not owing your customers with personalized content or starting a real conversation with them, you are falling behind the curve. While some businesses are on the cusp of the latest marketing trends, many others are still trying to catch up. We are familiar with a few important digital marketing trends like omni-channel marketing, which creates marketing touch points on all these channels the customers use. Artificial intelligence, which is becoming the cutting edge of technology. It is a computer or robot that can gather facts about a situation through sensors or through human input. Artificial intelligence is being deployed for content marketing, customer service and advertising. Cupboards are showing up very everywhere, from business websites to mobile apps and social media news feeds. They can serve a variety of purpose, but most often they are used to answer simple questions or help a user accomplish a simple task like lead qualification, shopping assistance, website browsing guidance, knowledge based research, talent recruiting, etc. Video marketing has been an important tactic for being brand for years. Marketers can use video for advertising, product walk through influencer interviews, custom testimonials, behind the scenes videos such as employees and brand stories, company culture videos, event videos, webinars, etc. Well, we have all noticed Amazon's journey from online bookseller to online everything marketplace to cloud for platform to online and offline everything platform include groceries. It's not about the companies being irrationally greedy and trying to put a finger in every pea. It is a story of a smart digital extensions. In other words, Amazon can run some of these business better because of its digital capability. So, you know the importance of the digital era. GE's big plans for the industry Internet of Things can also be seen as a digital business extension. That means ensuring that corporate strategy and all functional strategies like example marketing, manufacturing, logistics, etc., have mechanism to consider digital extensions. Ask what can I do now and what should I do next. So, we have started seeing the digital tail wag the corporate dog. I was talking to you on the top digital marketing trends in digital communication. As a true PR professional and like most of you here today, I would like to say how digital communication tool has quickly changed the ways in which public relation is practiced. Digital communication through social media has revolutionized corporate communications, rapidly changing the way that public relations campaigns or programs are distributed and measured. Social media marketing allows companies to communicate directly and instantly with their stakeholders, marking a shift from the traditional one-way output of corporate communications to an expanded dialogue between company and consumer. Social media marketing is an umbrella term that includes the use of social media for sale, marketing, customer service and public relations, indicating a convergence of these traditionally separate corporate departments. Digital media consists of online technologies, practices or communities that people use to generate content and share opinions, insights, experiences and perspectives with each other. Example including blogs, example is Blogger, WordSpace, etc., internets, podcast, video sharing, YouTube, photo sharing, Flickr, social network, Facebook, MySpace, etc. Wikis, example again Wikipedia, gaming sites, virtual worlds, micro blogging, Twitter, video conferencing, instant messages, chats, social event calendar systems, social bookmarking sites and new aggregation sites among others. In the last decade, these technologies have risen in popularity and ubiquity and are being utilized by public relations practitioners to perpetuate the ever changing industry of corporate communications. In today's corporate world, the success or failure of any company hinges on public perceptions. Digital communication is rapidly changing the way that public relations campaigns or programs are distributed and measured, rather than traditional method of pure output. Completely company controlled messages are being broadcast to the stakeholders. Digital communication has forced corporate communications to shift to a dialogue in which the stakeholders and not just the companies have power over the message. It allows stakeholders to ask questions and have those questions answered directly by the corporate executives, and for corporate executives to receive important feedback and even ideas from their stakeholders. It is a very good sign. Public relations in the traditional sense has come to be seen by many as smoke and mirrors, deceptive messages being created by spin doctors. Because of these, many people have come to distrust media, the traditional means by which the industry is measured, and put more trust in the opinion of their peers, which they have accessed on social media sites. Onset of digital communication not only offers an opportunity for direct and instant corporate communication, but also an opportunity to get back to the ideal basic of public relations, building and maintaining relationships, and to change some of the negative types typically associated with the industry. Another advantage of digital communication through social media is getting more exposure for the company. This is followed by increased traffic and the formation of new business relationships. By using Twitter, blogs, LinkedIn, PR has taken on an entirely new role now in the organization with the influx of digital communication, which has led to the creation of new career in new social media specific jobs. Public relation is no longer about educating new rooms with news releases and media alerts. While traditional media still matters, practitioners need to know how to design the messages for new audience. The evolved digital communication offers opportunities for interactive news releases that can be pitched on the web to blogger rather than journalist. Evaluation has changed as well, with the social media tools offering new opportunities for measuring the effectiveness of communication. The source of a public relation campaign or program is no longer measured solely by the weight of newspaper clippings it achieved, but by the number of blog posts, conversations, comments, retweets, bookmarks, etc., that it generates online. The creation of new job has resulted in a need for a new skills that are not currently being widely taught. Current students of public relations are still learning the format of traditional tools like news releases, and shift needs to occur in academia to incorporate the new aspect of the industry. That the academics must understand that they have to have the shift overs from the old tradition to the new tradition. Practitioners need to know how to create content for new audience, as well as how to use digital communication to have meaningful conversations with the public of an organization. I would like to conclude by saying, in the current media age, how companies are responding to the social media revolution is an indicator for the future success. Companies that are too slow to adopt these new technologies and practices are going to be left behind. Digital communication is going to continue to develop and change, and corporate communication practices are going to change with it. It has already proven an invaluable tool of the industry, and the future holds a wider teaching and implementation of those tools. From unchanging traditional practices, the public relations industry has evolved rapidly to accommodate constant change and new role, creating opportunities for meaningful conversations, successful campaign, and realizing industrial ideas. Thank you.